Gifford Waters, and I'm the collections manager for historical archaeology at the Florida Museum of Natural History. And the program that we run, the historical archaeology program, we're primarily focused on Spanish colonial archaeology, everything from 1492 when Columbus arrived up until the end of the colonial era. And we actually even go beyond that into looking at plantation archaeology as well. Most of our research is focused on the Spanish colonial aspect in the Caribbean and in Spanish Florida. And within Florida, our primary focus of research is in St. Augustine, which is the oldest continuously occupied European settlement in North America, founded in 1565. In the historical archaeology collections alone, we have well over 2 million artifacts. Most of them are small pieces because what we find is trash and what's discarded or broken. But we are able to sometimes find larger pieces or enough pieces of pots to reconstruct them. In St. Augustine, as I mentioned before with the exhibit, we're really looking at the interplay of European, African, and Native American cultures all living together in a community and in a broader what's now the southeastern U.S. And this is an example of a pottery type called Spanish olive jar that was found in St. Augustine. Normally we only find very small fragments of pottery, but this particular one was found in the bottom of a well. One of the aspects about historical archaeology is we're dealing with the historic period by nature, and so everybody would think that that makes our job much easier because we have the documentary record. The unfortunate part is that historical documents tend to only focus on very important people and on major events, and you don't get the details about the day-to-day lives of the citizens of St. Augustine, and you can only learn that through archaeology. For example, these small pieces of pottery here are all broken pieces of pottery of different Spanish types that have been ground down into these circular shapes. And what we know is that these were actually used as gaming pieces like we would use in checkers. And we've actually found in discrete deposits a set that included unglazed gaming pieces such as these, as well as glazed pieces. It's only through archaeology that we can really learn about the daily lives and the minutiae of what was going on in St. Augustine and other colonial settings.